Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Alessandra
and this is Giulia
from Color Analysis Studio, and today we are here to answer to your questions. So we collected a series of your questions that you left us on our Instagram story, and we are here today to answer to them.
So this is a great occasion to remind you guys to follow us on Instagram. We will leave our link below. It's a great way to interact with us as we are planning to produce more Q&A videos. And as usual, if you're interested in a color analysis session here in Melbourne, Australia, or online, feel free to visit our website, coloranalysis.au. And now we're ready to start.
Let's start! Okay, so Giulia, we received so many questions that will be basically impossible to answer to all of them. So we just selected the most common ones and we're going to reply to those questions. So we will introduce the sponsor of our video, that is Vivaya.
Vivaya is a brand that produces a lot of beautiful shoes. We decided to accept their proposal of collaboration because they are environmentally friendly. These shoes are produced with recycled plastic bottles and they have the goal to eventually become a carbon neutral brand, so we really appreciate that. And the second reason why we were especially fascinated about this brand is the fact that they put a lot of effort into offering a huge variety of colors.
And this is not so common. We receive so many collaboration proposal of brands that they don't explore colors, right?
Enough,
so
yeah.
We were very happy to accept this collaboration because colors is our life, colors is our work.
Exactly.
So absolutely, we are very glad to show you this product, guys.
So we've been using these shoes and we've been finding them to be very comfortable. As you can see, they are very flexible, so they are easy to store, they are easy to take with you in your luggage if you go on a holiday, and also they are very easy to clean because you can wash them in the washing machine. So they are very easy to take care of.
What is very interesting is that the brand launched a color challenge and gave us the possibility to choose 2 pairs of shoes, one classic and one vibrant.
That's right. So they basically have 2 big collections of colors, one classic one, so you can find a lot of neutral tones, and the vibrant selection offers a huge variety of high intensity colors. As you can probably imagine, since I'm winter, I decided to go with the vibrant option.
Since I'm an autumn and I have a low level of intensity, I choose the classic option. And these are the shoes that we chose.
So I went for a green, very close to the emerald color that we always show you guys from the winter palette.
Amazing. And I went for the nutmeg color, that is a very typical autumn color, very warm and elegant.
Beautiful. I really love this, these 2 colors. So guys, if you feel like these shoes can enrich your shoe selection at home, if you feel inspired by the beautiful colors that you see on the website, you can use our code to get a 10% discount. The code is color10. You can purchase these shoes using our link. We will leave it in the description below. Now let's go on with our questions. Where can I get a fabric or paper wheel chart of my colors? Do you sell them?
No guys, we don't sell paper or fabric wheel chart. If you wish to purchase one, you can find some alternative online that they are very accurate, I think.
Yeah, there are some good ones on Etsy I found, so have a look. If you have a doubt, you can send us an email or you can contact us on Instagram just to double check, but they're usually pretty reliable, but we don't have our own to sell. How did you find each other? Are you friends? Are you sisters or batchmates?
We met here in Australia, Giulia, right?
That's right. We met here in Melbourne. We're friends. We're not sisters. We're not batchmates. But yeah, we met through another friend and then I think we just clicked straight away. Can you guys do a course? Would love to enroll. So guys, we receive this kind of question very often. We're very flattered by this kind of questions. We would love to have our own course, and it is something that we will definitely do in the future. This is where we see our business going in the future, but not anytime soon. Unfortunately, we are too busy with appointments online and face-to-face, but soon we will launch our course.
Absolutely.
Definitely. What are your thoughts on color analysis apps that use AI to determine your palette? Guys, when it comes to AI and apps, these tools, they usually analyze the pixels, okay? Especially a little portion of your face, your iris, your hair. What these apps are not able to do is to see how your whole face reacts to different colors. So they analyze the pixel, they analyze the surface, they analyze the overtone. And sometimes they get the undertone completely wrong. You can use the apps to have fun, okay, to experiment at home, but if you want proper result, a reliable answer, you need a professional. Sometimes I find it hard to decide whether a color is cold or warm, especially blue. Any advice?
You have to use some comparison in order to, identify the undertone of a color, especially when it's blue or yellow. Try to compare these colors with the gold and silver. That, I think, is a very good trick. Warm colors go very well with the gold, while cool colors go very well with silver.
Now, I'd love to buy the kit you have to play with. Where did you buy yours from? Our kit is a mix of different tools that we received from our schools, and also we created actually many of the drapes that you see ourselves. So we basically go buy the fabric, we cut the fabric, we glue, we put the holes into the fabric, so we are actually creating our own collection. This is why you cannot buy exactly what we have, because what we have is made by us and there's one
just
kit.
one kit, exactly.
So that's it. But you can have fun creating your own, buying the fabric and creating your own drapes. What brought you to Australia? Another personal question.
Yeah. Okay, so I arrived here to Melbourne to study a PhD in chemistry. So actually I'm a chemist. I was a chemist. Well, I'm still, but I decided to change completely my career and now I'm a color analyst, but this is the reason why I'm in Australia, so to study.
And the reason why I am in Australia is because of my partner. So he was born and raised in Melbourne and we met in Italy. Actually, I used to live in Rome, so we were together there in Italy, and long story short, we decided to move to his hometown, Melbourne. So here I am, more than 6 years later. What is the color that works for almost everyone, if not black? I love the if not black at the
Absolutely.
end, because probably you guys are, realizing that black doesn't work for everyone. Black is a very specific color, it's extremely deep, it's very intense, it can only be found in the winter palette. But there are colors that work almost for everyone,
Absolutely.
to a certain extent.
And they are the teal and the petroleum family, because they are a mix of yellow and blue, warm and cool. So makes sense to think that these colors are neutral or more neutral than black, right? That is so specific in its characteristics. So I think teal and petroleum.
Love your channel. Thank you for doing what you do. Best wishes from Lithuania.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
we
you
received so
much.
many comments like this one and we are very grateful, right?
Absolutely. We are speechless and so happy that we are building this community. Passionate about colors, passionate about style, but also very supportive.
Absolutely.
I find people share, suggestions, recommendations. So it's lovely what you guys are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Your thoughts on slimming colors? What are those for each season if black is not it? The reason why we perceive black as slimming, it's because it's very deep. Okay, so any color that is very deep can work as a slimming color. For example, we can have blue navy, we can have eggplant for the autumn palette, or even very deep greens of the autumn palette.
Brown.
very deep browns, charcoal for the summer, and even, you know, some brown tones from the spring palette like camel. The deep colors have this slimming effect because they are very dark. I have a summer tan, which is relatively dark for me. Can I still take pictures for an online session with you?
Okay, so tan is not gonna change our undertone, probably is gonna change slightly our level of intensity, but it still will not be able to make you change season. So the analysis should be and will be reliable. However, it's a little bit trickiest for the analyst to identify the undertone because the skin color is changing, right? And the overtone is kind of hiding what is underneath, that is the undertone that we needed to see. So we recommend always to come without a tan, without a self-tan, because of that reason, because it's easier for us to see and the results will be more reliable. So in this case, we recommend you to wait until that your tan goes away.
What are the two seasons that are the most difficult to tell apart? So 3, 2, 1. Summer soft and autumn soft.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Their undertone is not extremely visible. Of course, there are so many different people in the summer soft section and so many different people in the autumn soft section. But let's say that on average, those people don't have a very evident undertone. So it's where when we usually, you know, are a bit unsure about the undertone, we're like, oh, they must be summer soft or autumn soft.
Absolutely.
Is warm undertone more rare or you just filmed more cool undertones?
Okay. Guys, the reality is that there are more cool people in the world. So our channel just is based on what reality is. The reality is that cool people are predominant. That's it.
We still have a few analyses of warm people on this channel. Alessandra's analysis, for example, she's autumn, so of course she has a warm undertone. But we also have another analysis of Errol, and we are planning of filming many more analyses of warm people. Can I use your online services from the UK? Absolutely, of course. So you can use our online services from anywhere in the world. We work daily with the USA, with Europe, Asia. So guys, there is no limit with color analysis. Feel free to book from wherever you are in the world.
If you're interested, please consider to visit our website, coloranalysis.eu. We will leave the link below. And we also have a video that shows how an analysis session online works. Okay, so feel free to have a look. We will leave the link up here.
What is the most common and least common palette you have analyzed? Oh, thank you for this question. Thank you.
Yeah. Spring bright, winter bright, where are you? You know, it's impossible, almost impossible to find a bright person. It's very, very uncommon. So I think least common, spring bright, winter bright. Even if a lot of clients believe to be spring bright. So guys, you have to explain us these things, because why everyone is, you know,
thinks to be winter bright or spring bright.
Exactly.
You know what, Ale? I was so curious about this because, guys, if we could have $1 for every time that a person believes that they're spring bright or winter bright and they're not, we would be in an island in the Pacific Ocean. That's right. But this is, of course, not your fault, guys. So we thought, if so many people believe this, there must be a resource somewhere that is sharing misleading information.
Absolutely.
I typed spring bright on Google and I found so many people that are classified as spring bright by websites. And I've seen, you know, Emma Watson there. Emma Watson is absolutely not, she's not spring bright, she's not even spring, she's autumn.
She's autumn like me, I think.
Yeah, she's autumn warm, that's right. So, guys, in order to be spring bright or winter bright, you would have to be such a high level of intensity that it would be even, predominant compared to your undertone. When we found Nelly, because we actually have an example of a winter bright on our channel, we were so happy, so impressed, and we were like, oh, finally we have, a bright person to analyze on the channel. How many spring bright and winter bright do we find in a month?
0.
One? Yeah,
one probably.
And the most common palette?
Summer in general.
Summer, yes.
Yeah, summer in general, I think. And winter also. Summer and winter.
Yes,
they are
yes.
pretty much on the same line. Probably in person, more summer.
Yeah.
Online, winter and summer.
Could I ever try to figure it out myself, my color analysis?
No. No. I mean, you can have an instinct. Usually people go towards the right direction.
I think you need a couple of external eyes and professional eyes to analyze you. We found that a lot of our clients actually have a very good understanding and, as Alessandra was saying, a very good instinct when it comes to colors. So you can go even very close to the reality, but how can you be 100% sure?
Your taste is very predominant in your choice as well. Definitely you need a professional eye to analyze you.
Hello, I love your videos, thank you. I have a question. There are people with neutral undertone. 3, 2, 1. No, no one has a neutral undertone, okay? So if we look at the graph, you would have to be bang right in the middle, 50-50 cool and warm. Guys, in our experience, we have never ever analyzed a person that was exactly neutral. Sometimes we can see that people have a very, cool or a very warm undertone. Sometimes people have it medium warm or medium cool, or neutral warm, neutral cool, as you prefer to call it. But no, you cannot be in the middle. This thing doesn't exist.
Absolutely. You will always lean towards one side or towards the other.
When you get older, your colors tend to wash away, lose intensity. Do you change season? Very interesting, this question.
Absolutely. When aging, you lose a touch of intensity. If you think, for example, about your hair color, it becomes gray. So gray is a softer color. So
yes, you lose a
little
of
bit of intensity.
Yes.
But even your skin and your eyes will not be as bright as when you were 20. Do you change a season? Sometimes I see people change a season, especially if they are very borderline between two seasons. For example, winter cool, summer cool.
Yes.
But otherwise, no, you will not change dramatically.
Does rosacea or acne affect color analysis? Thanks, love your content. Thank you so much. So, this kind of, skin conditions don't really affect color analysis because the skin conditions affect the overtone, so the color of the skin, the surface. But once again, we analyze the undertone, what's underneath, okay? Maybe they can make our job a touch harder, but it's not like you change season or the result changes because you have acne. Absolutely not.
It's the same of the time, basically.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Please explain how to see skin undertone, overtone.
Okay. Well, skin overtone is the appearance of your skin color, okay? That can be black, white, yellow, olive. Is the color that you perceive. The undertone is something that is underneath and it's related to the amount of yellow and blue that you have inside your skin. So the question will be for the undertone, are you yellow based or blue based?
What is the second best season for a person classified as warm autumn?
I'm autumn warm.
That's right. So Alessandra is autumn warm.
My second best season is spring warm. So I share with spring the warmth.
When you meet a client, do you instantly have an hypothesis about their season based on eye and hair?
Well, this question they ask me many times, really. So, but do you already know which season I am?
Yeah, did you know it already?
Did you know it already? So this is our job. So our eyes now are pretty trained, and we, analyze many people every month, every day. So we kind of recognize, but the drapes tell you the truth. This is what I think, and this is, I think, what distinguishes a professional from a person that just guessed the palette because they have a good eye, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to guess the palette of a client because the drapes will tell me the truth.
I feel like it wouldn't be very professional to guess a palette. We don't guess, we analyze. Are there season types that only include light-skinned people and not dark-skinned people? We always talk about the undertone and intensity, undertone and intensity. However, the color of the skin is still part of one's chromatic complex.
That is the value, right?
It's the value, exactly. So it's the third characteristic that we analyze. Let's say that if a person has a very fair pale skin, light blue eyes and very light blonde hair, they won't fall into the deep subgroups of winter and autumn, as well as if a person has very deep skin, black eyes and black hair, they probably won't be part of the light subgroups of summer and spring. We've analyzed, for example, black people who are summer soft, because if your undertone is cool and your intensity is very low, you're summer soft. That's it. It doesn't matter what is your skin color. And
even Nelly, that we analyze on this channel, her main characteristic is the brightness. So sometimes I think that there's a understanding of deep skin tone or black people be associated always to the deep subgroup. That's not true.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the reality.
Is there a connection between season type and personality?
Yes, absolutely. I believe that there's a connection between season and personality. Of course, when we do a color analysis session, we objectively analyze someone's chromatic feature. So we are pretty technical and objective on that point of view. But then what I always say to my client is that personality plays an important role in our appearance in general and how color can make us look and feel. This concept of personality is especially applied to intensity level. So if a person is soft objectively but is bright in terms of personality, I don't think that the bright colors will look terrible or bad. They will definitely match a bright personality.
Maybe you have colors that are very vibrant with a high level of intensity, but personality-wise, you're more introverted, you're more muted, more, shy. So you maybe feel more comfortable and at ease wearing colors that don't have a very bright level of intensity. Therefore, you can go a bit lower inside your season or maybe in the next subgroup.
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, you can play around with intensity, especially when it comes to personality. What are your favorite colors to wear?
Okay, Julia.
Alessandra, what's your favorite color or colors to wear?
My favorite colors to wear are greens in general. Okay. I am a big fan of green in all the shades.
Okay. For me, I think I'll have to go with blues. So today we have our favorite colors, but I also really love petroleum. It's one of my favorites, and I feel like orchid. It's another color that I really love, but yeah, it would be blue most of all.
Okay.
I am kind of discovering violet a bit more. I've never been a huge fan of violet, even if it's in my palette, but I feel like I need to explore that area a bit more.
Absolutely. Will be stunning on you. For me, it's green, rust. I like a lot this brown that is very caramel brown, right?
Yeah,
very
nice.
orangey brown.
Nice, beautiful. What would you say to someone who is on the fence about booking due to size, body image issues? Okay, so thank you very much for this question, because this gives us the opportunity to talk about this very important topic. Guys, color analysis is probably the most inclusive thing. We don't care about size. If you struggle with size, body image issues, I think that actually a color analysis session would benefit you in so many ways. We would be honored to be part of, you know, a little step
Absolutely.
in such a journey to discover the best things that you can do to emphasize who you are. We always talk about the fact that color analysis doesn't want to change who you are. We want to emphasize who you are. This is why if you have a cool undertone, we don't want to warm you up.
But I really think that unfortunately the society nowadays is imposing us some beauty standard that are quite unachievable and strict. This is why people have this lack of self-confidence, I think.
Yes.
This is due to social media, society in general. So I think that we really need to celebrate the uniqueness of each individual. Don't try to blend into standard that someone else is imposing to us, but appreciate who we are in this sense. And it's for that, as Julia said, we don't want to correct a characteristic that you have, but we want to emphasize. So our aim is to celebrate the uniqueness of each individual.
Feel free to book whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like it's the right moment for you. We will be waiting for you. Can you explain more about the meaning of the subgroups? Like, what does deep soft mean? Okay guys, so thank you for this question, because I really feel like subgroups are a lot of fun because they help you find the best area inside your palette. But this doesn't mean that you have to necessarily stick to your specific section and that you cannot use the other colors. Actually, if you belong to a season, that's the main thing, okay? For example, if you are spring warm, you're still spring, that's the most important thing. But let's say that the warm subgroup includes your very best colors inside your palette. Also, being spring warm, you can even, you know, go out of your palette. You can step out of your palette and reach the softer colors of the autumn palette from the autumn warm subgroup, because you share the warmth with that other subgroup of a season that is not exactly yours. This is the beauty of subgroups. So guys, the questions are finished. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and we will record more videos with the Q&A. So once again, follow us on Instagram. That's the best way to reach us if you want to ask questions, especially when we create the specific box in our stories for the Q&A. And please consider to subscribe to our channel, and if you're interested in a color analysis session here in Melbourne, Australia, or online, feel free to visit our website coloranalysis.au. We are going to see you guys very soon on this channel with more videos. Bye bye!